Hello, and welcome back to another cozy planty video. I'm so glad that you guys are joining me for another plant spa day. Today we are going to be focusing on my anthuriums. As an avid tea drinker, I encourage you to grab a drink. This is actually the second time I'm filming this video because the first time the mic was not connected at all. I can't figure out my camera, so we are on the phone today. We have already repotted my Veitchii hybrid, my crystallinum, Veitchii. A little bit of backstory, the same situation as we had with the phalaenopsis and orchids is that these plants were severely neglected due to a pregnant and postpartum woman, and they have been toddler tortured ever since the beginning of the year. Broken leaves, petioles, tipped upside down, pulled out of the pots, you name it, these plants have gone through it. So today we're going to be showing them a little bit of love and care, repotting them. I have my Anthurium potting mix over here, which is just a mixture of potting soil, bark and vermiculite, equal ratios of all. And the goal for today is just to get these all upgraded into new pots, because the bigger the pot, the bigger the leaves. Fertilized and in a new home that is somewhat toddler proof. If that sounds like something that you enjoy, make sure to subscribe and let's get into the video. I just also have to show you guys my new oak leaf orchid begonia that I got today. I am in awe. She is so shiny, such an interesting leaf shape, the most adorable pink little flowers. We found this on our weekend vlog today, so if you don't watch my vlogs, anyway, we're gonna start off with a bad case. Now, I can't even tell you what this is. Wouldn't even want to try and guess. Maybe, no, I can't even try and guess. So, this has been in my top box, kind of just, I'm assuming, rotting away in a too big pot, because these roots have no leaves to support. So we are going to be giving an aggressive root trim back over here. The roots are healthy, which is good, but there are a couple of dark roots, which if it's dark or sludgy, it's got to go. There is also some white root, which means the plant is putting out new growth, which is amazing. But like I said, there are no leaves that this root system is supporting. So I want to encourage new healthy root growth. So we're going to aggressively trim back some of these roots. Don't be shy. There were some rotting roots in this substrate, so I also am not going to be reusing any of that substrate. All right, I think that was good enough. Let's get her into her new home. I'm just going to put her into a smaller pot because I do actually want to use pot that this was in for a currently semi-okay pot. And I'm going to put that right back into my prop box. But now we have freed up her pot, so I'm going to just empty out. Ooh, there's a tag in here. This is a Mag X SKGG Silver X Ace of Spades. Wow, what a hybrid. definitely want her to come back. Up next, I do actually know the name of this one, and now it's escaping me. I'll have to put the name on screen. Come on, I'm just going to try to get the roots through the bottom here without breaking. Aha! Look at me. Flippin' professional, let me tell you. I went through a heavy Anthurium phase, I would say like 3 years into my plant journey, where I had at one point like over 25 species of Anthurium. Oh, what a time, what a time. And I feel like me getting into Anthurium was kind of the downfall of my moss poles, because all of a sudden moss poles became such hard work. I don't want to say it, but it's true. And I haven't got back into the moss pole side of things yet, I'm afraid. I recently repotted this one, but I can see that this leaf is starting to go, so we're just going to help her on the way out. Then we have my Paludiflorum, looking beautiful, Paludiflorum narrow form. She's currently putting out a new leaf. I repotted her recently as well. And then we have this guy, which hasn't done anything in months, but I think that it has everything to do with the growing season. So I'm going to leave this one actually as is. If she hasn't got her ish in order, I'm going to repot her. Yeah. What you are looking at here is an Anthurium that was well on its way to reviving itself. And then I went and left the prop box in the sun. So it got scorched. So I'm going to literally just remove all this foliage, leave a couple on, and let her work her way back to survival. Oh, this tea is so good. In this box, we have a plant that I hybridized a year and a half ago now. Well, I pollinated it about a year and a half ago now. And this is where we're at. So this is a Clarinervium and a Anthurium Batman hybridization. The mother plant was the Clarinervium. That's also why she took such a beating. These, I hope to look like this one day. And in order to get there, we need to get them slowly but surely into their own potting setup. So I have another prop box filled with individual ones like that. But like I mentioned, the bigger the pot, the bigger the growth. So we're gonna choose, I'm gonna choose two. No, should I do two? Or should I just do one? I'm gonna do two because I have so many that need a home right now. And I'm just going to pot them up in here, which doesn't actually solve the problem of all of these seedlings. I think I may have to sell it eventually. Just removing the moss from the roots as best I can. So it looks like we're going for 3. I still have so many. I have a whole nother prop box. I don't know at this point what I'm gonna do. I'm being overtaken by an army of Anthurium seedlings. Alright, so I'm looking around me and I see my Magnificum? Is that even an Anthurium? Anthurium Magnificum. I don't know why it doesn't sound right, but she's just sort of so shabby. She's in the biggest pot I have to offer, so I'm going to leave her for the time being. And in that, I only have this Anthurium in here that is hanging on for its dear life, trying to push out some new growth. So we're going to leave her be. I have this little seedling that also hanging on for its literal dear life, but I'm going to leave it there. This is the Anthurium. This is the Anthurium I was just talking about. If you know what this is, please remind me. She needs a bigger pot, but I don't have a bigger one to offer her. I think she needs a bucket, never mind a pot. Like, this girl needs a bucket at this point. So many things to do. Alright, so the ones going back into the pot box is this guy. Don't ask. Tackling this prop box is also another story for maybe next week's video. So we're putting ground back in. We're putting our little stump back in. And honestly, let's put this little one back in. Alright, so we'll keep those to the side. This little leaf here has got to go. I'm going to put the Veitchii in this pot over here. This leaf isn't looking great on its own either. Maybe too much light, underwatering, no nutrients. We don't know at this point because they haven't had any of that up. Okay. This, what is the name of this? I'm gonna kick myself when I remember. Ooh, she doesn't fit in anymore. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh my god. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Don't panic. The crystallinum, I'm gonna put her back in her spot. I'm gonna need to get her drainage tray. The Veitchii is going to claim back his prime spot here on the shelf. This is my only plant that's a male in my mind. And he has front and center always on the plant shelf over here. Don't even need to explain myself on that one. This little guy I'm going to put in this prop box as well. What pot size is supposed to fit you? Because I did put something into the Veitchii pot. I'm so puzzled right now. Is it this? Is it the Fertilizing? Is it you? It must be. Okay. Well, that means the Fertilizing is going to come over here. And this queen is going to go onto the shelf here with a drainage tray, and then we have another floating pot, just like what happened last video. What am I to do with all these floating pots? I'm too lazy to go find a place to put them, so I'm just going to hide it in the back there. This begonia, this stunning begonia, also needs a home. And I think I know where I'm going to put her. She just needs a cover pot as well. The next step is to mix up some fertilizer and get these guys all watered through. So I'm going to grab that from the garage and I'll be right back. Tried and true fertilizer for Anthurium is CalMag. Any form, doesn't really matter. This is just the one that I was able to find. All I have to say is that the healthiest, strongest leaves come from this fertilizer. Okay, so everybody is getting some CalMag today, even the ones that we didn't repot. I am expecting to see a change in these plants in the next, I'd say, like month or two. And if I don't, then that prompts me to feel like there's something else wrong. Maybe it's lighting, temperature. Then I will be an investigator. But for now, the wait is on. So I'm watering all the Anthurium with this mixture. I'm not watering any of the orchids that we repotted last week with this. They have their own fertilizer regime now because everybody is getting princess treatment as of late. I do need to know from you guys, what is the most recent consensus on moss poles? Are we loving them? Are we not loving them anymore? I'm not fully back in the mindset where I'm like, let's moss pole, let's mossy pole it up. I'm like, I remember how much work that was, and I would love to grow climbers, but in a more low maintenance way. Or maybe I just have to choose like 3 of my most favorite climbers and give them the life they deserve, because I definitely can't do it the way I used to. Let's just get on up there. Alrighty guys, we have found ourselves at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching, make sure to comment these emojis down below. I appreciate you being here. And let me know what genus of plant deserves their next spa day, which will be happening next weekend. And let me know, would you want to see me go through my prop box in the next video? Or do a spa day on the rest of the genuses that I currently have in my collection. Let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye.